Hey, Dana here. Welcome to my vlog. And this is under my Project CF Moto Z-Force. Well, unfortunately, I am still waiting on this shaft. And that last one, you found that I wound up with the drive shaft instead of an axle shaft. Well, I called our shop, and he says they still don't have that. They're on back order still. They're about a week behind. So I said, hey, well, can I go ahead and remove that shaft and we can drive it without it? He said, sure. You might get a little bit of dirt in there, and then you'll have to clean it out when you go to put the new shaft in. There is a seal. Well, I just yanked that out, and this is... Jesus. Okay, I just yanked it out, and this is what it looks like. Ouch. Come here, you. And got a big old spline on that sucker, and that it is a seal. So what I'm thinking about is taking the whole shaft and then leave that in there, because we are to get in there. I do see oil in there. It is a gear oil. And there is bearings. You can see the bearings. You can see the bearings on the inside. So that's not going to be a good idea to drive it like that. This is also sealed as well, with the, well, yeah, that's this one here. So you can put that back in there, because this is no good anyway. So there's your dry your shaft for putting your wheel back on. So you could do that. But what I want to be able to put this back on. I'm going to put this in the vise and see if I can yank the shaft out of here, and then I'm going to put this back, slide that back in there. And it seemed like it come out rather easily. I don't know if it'll stay in there. Okay, it's a continuation here. All right, you got to pop these. You got to pop your little clamps there, and then you can move your boot back. That's a nice clean boot. I got one up here I think's bad. So now you're at this point. So now you can just pull this out. Gonna get a mess here. That was gonna come out, but let's get some of that. There might be I don't know if there's a clip there in that. Messy. God. That thing won't clip there. There might be just roll out. Because you try not to let that happen. Let me get some get a paper towel, get that grease out of there. Okay, now you got this little spring C-clip. Well, actually, it's just a wire clip that goes all the way around the inside of it. So you just got to find the end here, and then use a sharp screwdriver and line it up. And all you gotta do is go around it, and it'll pop right out. Where the heck you go? And there you go. There you go. There's your little spring clip that goes around there and locks it. Now it will pull out. I don't know if the ball bearings are in a cage. We'll find out. You see the balls fall out of it. Just pull it right out. This is what I want. This can go right back in. That's gonna go. I'll put it right back in there. Stay tuned. Okay, she's back in there. And I was thinking with see how hard it was to get it back out, but I'm not gonna be able to now without prying it. It does have it's got a little snap ring on the end, so when you go to push it in there, it locks. All right, so let me put this thing back together again, and we get it out here and start driving it. Now he says it's not going to hurt it. You've still got one drive shaft that is that's running this side. But I said, wouldn't it be better to make you driving it in full wheel all the time, so you got most of your pulling power on the front? And he said, yeah, it might be a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run this on the front. Oh, I've got a friggin' oil leak on that cooler line. So I'm going to put this back together. I still got to put that other shaft back in here. I got to clean all this crap up. I can actually do the same thing to this. A little snap ring and pull that out, and then that'll be just that. That one I put back in because I need to make sure the transaxle's sealed, and then I'll go ahead and put the other. You got to put the other one in anyway because that's your axle that attaches to your wheel. Okay, if you want to remove this one here, it's got a snap ring in it. I got a good look at it. There it is. See the snap ring? So you pop the snap ring, and this bearing, this whole thing comes out. Because I'm gonna want the boot. I don't want to keep that boot. Same with that one. So there's no telling when they'll dry out. But I want that. I want that boot. Alright, I was messing around with this for about 10 minutes now, and I can't seem to figure out how to get out. It doesn't appear to be a snap ring around the inside. You can't get to it either. So I guess I'm not gonna worry about it because I can get the boot off. But I thought I'd just mention that to you. So let's get this back in here. So this gonna be able to brush right up, and then gonna go right in. There. I get some of that. I want to get that grease out of there. I cleaned up in there, inside that one, and that's the way that's gonna stay. So all I gotta do is push this back up, hook in the brakes, and put the wheel back on.